do any Halloween weddings?
Can I not just finish?
Yeah, go on.
Just so people know what they're watching. Welcome to episode 2 of the Aisle Afterparty. I mean, to be fair, we never thought we'd make it past episode 1. So, you know, this is a bonus. So today's subject is wedding day curveballs and how to handle them like a pro. So we're just going to, you know, talk about different things that can go wrong on your wedding day and you know, what we've experienced and how you can kind of get around it and turn it around. So hopefully it'll be helpful. Probably won't be, but, you know, we'll try. So yeah, in case you forgot or didn't see the first episode, I'm Adam.
I'm Harry.
I'm Dean.
I'm Amber.
And
And together we are
the dream
the
team.
Aisle Afterparty.
The Aisle Afterparty.
The Aisle Afterparty in the house.
Package is available.
I'm sure we've all been at weddings where something's gone wrong.
Yes.
You know, and I'd be interested to know some stories from you. So who wants to start?
So on you, Harry.
I mean, generically, let's just go there and then maybe we can jump in. But I've had things like late arrivals. I've had health issues. I've had power issues.
Is this, sorry, all you or other people?
Other people, no,
It's
not me.
not
So you
bad.
haven't had health
It's
issues?
just all in one.
No. So, you know, I mean, let's start with the obvious one, shall we, right? Like
Okay.
weather.
Dean,
Okay.
move the lamp. He's
Oh,
going back and fucking forth.
Seriously.
Do you know what?
It's
Right?
It's going to be a thunderstorm if he hits them
Like,
lights.
yeah, carry
Sorry, mate.
No, do you know what? I'm over it.
on.
Or whether you tell a story or not. Go.
Weather.
Really?
Weather.
Let's go.
Come on, talk to us.
Oh, what's the other night?
Talk to us about weather.
Well, you know, like a obvious curveball is rain, right? Most people, most couples will always hope and dream for a nice summer, sunny wedding. Even if they book it in November,
Yeah.
they still hope for a sunny summer wedding.
Yeah.
And obviously that isn't always the case.
Mhm.
And I think, I don't know where you were kind of hoping to go with this, but I think the idea of us talking about curveballs is maybe us trying to show the experience that we've got and how you can exercise different things to navigate around some of the curveballs.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you are having a wet one, then instead of letting it ruin your day, embrace it as a guest at your wedding, enjoy the rain, get the lights out, get the umbrellas out, get some nice fun things, splash in fucking puddles and just enjoy it, right? Don't sit there moping about it because it's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my 2 cents. Is it 2 cents or 20 cents? What's the phrase?
Well,
50 pence
we're
worth.
not American, so
Yeah.
20 pence.
maybe 2 pence.
2 pence.
Depends how rich you are, to be honest.
That's
True,
right.
it's true.
But that goes on to venues as well. So if you've got a venue where everything's in one place,
Yeah.
then and you've got a huge cohort of guests, it makes it really hard to then move people around if you're, you know, the ceremony's where the wedding breakfast is and then that becomes a dance floor. So that's just something to maybe look for when you're getting married. That's a great tip.
Well,
Love
yeah.
that
I
one.
mean, you probably love it when it rains because everyone's forced to stay inside and dance.
Yeah, for the evening it's the best part.
Yeah.
But for the 2 hours doing the drinks reception, it is just like absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Because that's when you guys have to do all your magic work.
Yeah,
and-
I think as photographers it's a struggle because not many brides like to go out in the rain because they feel like they might ruin their dress, might get muddy. But I think it makes for great photos and I just don't think to worry about that. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I think, like, for me, my perfect weather would just be, you know, quite warm but cloudy because, like, the lighting's perfect. You know, I think sometimes if it's too sunny, that can have the opposite effect. You know, it's just like we did a wedding recently, like, both of us did a wedding recently where it was so hot and sunny, all the guests were, like, cooped up underneath the shelter because it was just brutal. Like, it was just so hot. So,
I mean, I agree with what you're saying with the way. So, if it's too hot, I don't like the effect it has on the guests and the way they
Yeah.
act.
yeah.
But when it is sunshine, like even this time of year sunshine, where it's pure blue skies, you know, like strong sun, I actually like the way that looks as a videographer. I know photographers aren't keen on that look, but for videography, I really like it. I just don't like it when it's too hot and then that affects how people act.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah, agree.
No one likes a sweaty bride.
no.
No, and like they've all got their fans out, they're all hiding under
Fans.
shelter.
Fans.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
I
you
bet
love a
that
fan.
literally
Oh.
drives you insane.
Only
with
fan.
your-
Oh.
We love that shit.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So yeah, I think we've established none of us love rain, but I think as long as if you know the venue quite well, then you can you'll know places where you can take the couple or the guests to do the group photos if it's raining. So like certain venues I know they've got beautiful interiors where the lighting's fine and you can do nice big group portraits in front of like the fireplace or.
And you've got some venues that have nothing inside to be able to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Group photos and stuff if it is continuously raining because guests don't want to go out in the rain.
What's your cap on group photos as photographers?
As in, like, how many?
Yeah, like what do you tell your couples? Is there, because I've had weddings where there's been like 50, 60 group shots, and I've had others that have had 10. So as a photographer, the professionals, what would you say to the camera right now?
Max.
Do you cap it? Will you, if they come to you and say, I want 25, because some photographers will, won't they?
No. I won't cap it, but I do say it depends how long we've got, and if we haven't got the time to fit that in, depends on the time of the year. If it's the winter, you haven't got time after dinner to go and get group shots in the dark. So it really depends what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's in the summer, it's fine. You can go out after dinner and get some group shots if you haven't got all of them.
Yeah,
so it's not.
I know that's the thing because you can't really. It's their wedding, so if they want 50 group photos, that's up to them. But I always recommend around a dozen, and then if they give me a list and it's like 20, I'll be like, look, that's going to take a bit longer than planned. So just to let you know. Because
the thing is as well, if they plan a dozen, it will probably end up being 20 anyway, won't it? Because can we just get one without?
Yeah.
And then partners leave. Like there's always a few
I say
hidden...
that like on the day you'll want some more. You'll be there like, oh, they want a photo. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah. But you just got to think of the guests as well. They're all hanging around waiting.
Going back to the rain, like I just recommend I've always got spare like wedding. I call them my wedding umbrellas in the car just in case. Like the clear ones. So I always say, look, bring some nice umbrellas and we can get some amazing shots in the rain if you're up for going out in the rain. Because if they're up for it, I'm up for it. And especially at night, you can get some incredible shots, like backlit shots with like the rain coming down and the umbrella. So if it rained, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so don't worry about it.
Health. You said health.
Yeah, health.
I've had one where someone's collapsed.
See, just to be like, I'm not going to like give the story.
Okay.
But just like I've heard stories and I have actually witnessed some of the older generation, always during speeches as well. It tends to be that like some of like grandmas, granddads and stuff will like, it's almost like they're hanging on just to witness the wedding, and then once they've seen the ceremony, things just start to. And I've heard about a grandma actually like dying and face planting the food during speeches, or not speeches, like during the breakfast. And I've had a grandma. There was I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, it was like had to be carried out and rushed to hospital.
Oh god.
So yeah, just those are curveballs. And again, I don't really know how you avoid it.
No.
But, and also like as bride and groom and stuff, like what are you supposed to do? Like, do you just carry on, or do you kind of ignore it, or like you can't ignore it? Like you can't. Yeah, it's a weird one, but I guess it's.
Thankfully, that's not happened to me. I wouldn't know.
I've had it a couple of times where people have collapsed, and you just literally go and try and deal with it with the venue and just let the guests go to another direction. But if you're in somewhere that's all in one place, it's awkward, it's hard, and it does take a toll on the day. It is hard to pick it back up when it's happened, but it's natural and things will happen. I've got another story though,
go on,
which you're all gonna absolutely think is absolutely crazy because you are photographers. So I was working at a venue and it was probably like summer's day, red hot, everyone's drinking. This one guest was absolutely smashed off his face on alcohol during the wedding breakfast and he was falling asleep. So a group of us decided to go and put him upstairs on the landing so he could just like sleep it off for an hour. So we went upstairs, and that was, bear in mind, where the suppliers had their green room. So you photographers, videographers, you have everything like all set up and spread out there, your bags, your camera lenses, everything going. So literally we put him in the chair, we went off. Obviously I was getting ready for the first dance. We went back up to find the guy, and he was just face down planted in the photographer's bag, and it was covered in vomit, sick everywhere. Literally. So bear in mind, this was literally 120 people downstairs. We're like minutes away from the first dance. The photographer is just absolutely in bits, fuming. Bear in mind, because it's like his work, his life. The smell, the lenses. So I had to stall by doing. I had to stall and do a game of like Mr. and Mrs. to try and
I don't even know
to give
what I
him
would
time
do.
to.
And also, it's not like you can claim on your insurance, is it?
No.
There's nothing wrong with the camera gear. It just smells like sick. Like,
But
what would you even
the
do?
guest was fine though. He woke up and he was buzzing for the evening.
Of course he was.
I'm sure he
But
was.
course
but
he was.
yeah, the photographer had it was a good 7-8 grand's worth of lens, 2 cameras.
How did they do?
Like took it all outside, had it all airing out on like the drinks reception table, cleaning it. Just because he was at the point, obviously, first dance, one shot if you're lucky off the dance floor and he'd gone. So he was at that point in the day. Imagine if that had happened just before the ceremony. So yeah,
God,
health in different ways.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
drinking and
Oh my god.
Yeah. I guess more importantly, I guess for you, have you ever had a power cut and you couldn't play music?
I had one recently.
Okay.
Literally a few weeks, maybe about a month ago, it happened at a venue. But I had a wireless large speaker in the van, so I put that on quickly, and we had that for about an hour and a half playing.
Okay.
So,
But then the obvious one for you is the limiters, right?
limiters, yeah, that's another issue. The minute you hear a sound limiter or see it as a sound limiter, and the worst thing is some venues don't tell the couples about the sound limiter.
No.
So they will sell them the dream, 15, 16 grand's worth of venue, but they won't tell them that the music's got to be off at 10 o'clock at night and they've got a sound limiter.
But the annoying thing is, though, is it's not the venue's fault that they've got a sound limiter, is it? It's usually because of a neighbour.
Yeah,
Or
but just
like-
be transparent,
Yeah,
just so
yeah,
everybody knows. Even when we get booked as a DJ or band, we know all the saxophonists. We know at the start that there's a sound limiter, not that we find out that we've talked to them about their playlist and it's drum and bass and house all night, and then they tell us on the day when we walk in that there's a sound limiter and you can only come in. The other thing is plugging in through speakers, like when you've got a venue that have a marquee and you've got like one speaker on the ceiling that shoots down on the dance floor, so you can't even hear when you're mixing because you're not allowed any monitor speakers. That's a curveball as a DJ. If you've never been to a venue, you didn't know that. That's definitely a big one. It just feels like you're, as a DJ, you're left behind.
How
with
often
everything.
do you not usually bring your own speakers then?
Yes, but then
So
in some venues you
you
have to use their
their-
system. So you plug in an XLR cable into the wall or into the marquee, and then you have to use so they control.
Is that how the limit? So with the limiter then, is the limiter usually something that goes through their own speakers, or is that just something you plug in and plug back out of, like a bypass kind of?
Yeah, so once you plug your main power into the wall, that socket is linked up to the
Oh, I
limiter
see.
and the XLRs. It's all
Right.
linked to one box.
Right.
And it's like a traffic light system. If you hit red 3 times for 10 seconds or more, the whole thing goes off. But
For
not
how
just
long
your
does it-
power, everyone's power. So the
For how
photo
long?
booth for about a minute or until someone comes to reset it.
Ugh.
But obviously with decks and stuff, they take
Mhm.
a few minutes to power back up. The photo booth guy who's literally waiting for his iPad to reload or like the app to come back on because they're using Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi's gone down behind the bar.
That takes 10 minutes.
So as a DJ,
Then the
you're-
tills go down.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
No card payment.
And like, the curveball is for everybody.
Yeah.
But you get the blame because they're playing Mr. Brightside and everyone's clapping and stamping on the floor and dancing at the same point. So it's our fault, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's really quiet, it's them. Or Free From Desire, we talked about in our episode before.
Last
That's
week.
again, they're all chanting and singing to that like they're on the football
Yeah.
terrace. Again, it goes off without even the DJ's music. So
Yeah.
Is there a bit of time when you're about to play the first dance and then for whatever reason it's not working and there's like an awkward silence and everyone's like just waiting for you to...
touch wood, no.
Okay,
That's like you not having your photos on a memory card for a DJ. That would be the same
Yeah.
feeling. I think if that ever happened, I would just be like,
No, I saw a reel the other day and the same thing happened and the DJ's like said, sorry, just it's not working. And then, it probably was only about a minute or so,
that
but
minute
it felt like the
10
longest
hours, yeah.
minute
It
ever.
would do as well when you've got
Yeah.
everybody looking at you.
Yeah. So luckily for you,
But sound limiters could trigger that. So when they welcome the bride and groom to the dance floor at a venue with a sound limiter that's sensitive and they all clap and cheer and stamp, that could wipe it off the minute you're about to hit play.
yeah.
Then you are literally there like an idiot. So that's why I do have that wireless speaker. Now I bring it out with me, so it's right there. So worst case, I can plug it in. I can plug in. I can talk through the wireless mic that's attached to it and blag my way to start it if that ever happened.
Yeah,
because that's
it's never even think about that sort of shit. Do you like?
No,
as a non-DJ.
No, I mean I had just thinking from something that went wrong with my equipment, as in my camera. So basically, so years ago, I'm talking like probably about 10 years ago, I was shooting a wedding, and so I always have a backup camera because I switch between both because I've got different lenses on, and because it was literally like the last probably half an hour of the day, stupidly I decided to put my spare camera in the car. I was just trying to be organised. Thought I'll put it in the car. I'm not going to need that, and I was photographing the speeches, and as I was photographing the speeches, but the shutter wasn't working, and it was just I pressed the button and it just go black. It was like it was stuck, and I was like, oh my god! And I was like trying not to panic. And I was just like, acting cool, and I had to press the shutter 3 times just for it to take one photo because it was obviously stuck or something. So I was basically going around taking photos blindly because I couldn't see what was, because this was obviously on an older camera. So I was like looking through the thing, couldn't see what was taking photos of. So I had to like kind of almost like guess because I had no display.
Pray that you were in focus.
Yeah, I had to pray I was in focus and pray that it was actually taking the photo. And, and luckily it was like, probably the last half an hour or so of the day. Because I went back to the car after I got my other camera, obviously, but that scared the life out of me. And luckily, because it was just the speeches and I was just going around randomly taking photos.
Yeah.
Luckily, the photos actually came out all right. But imagine if it happened during the ceremony.
Mm-hmm. And yours is like the audio. So I'd imagine like when you're doing speeches for a videographer, you are like, my first dance is like I'm flying a plane.
That's your
my hands are sweating and people are like, why do you charge more for a wedding? Well, just for that whole period, like you having a first dance is very different. You messing a mix
I've had it where I was, again, it's hot, like real hot day, and there's 200 people in a room that shouldn't be 200 people's worth, right? And got the speeches going. I got one camera down the other end. I have no idea if it's still recording or not because I can't get there. I'm just praying that it is. I'm stood next to another camera and suddenly I see on the screen, temperature too high, blah blah blah. And I'm just like,
really?
No. And then I was panicking like hell, praying the other camera's recording. And then suddenly I turned around, I see this guy, and he's got one of those fans. I was like, mate, can I borrow your fan? Got it. Like, fan in the back of the camera. It turns back on. It got me through the rest of the speeches.
Oh,
I was drenched with sweat by the end of it.
I bet you can't.
So you like the fan that day?
Yeah, I did like the fan. Now I've got my own fan.
Yeah.
And I keep it in my bag. And anytime there's speeches, I will literally have it attached, and I'm ready just in case.
Yeah.
Nice. Learn.
I've had a lens break on me, haven't I?
If both your cameras went down like during the day, like would you use your iPhone to try and get through that day?
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
Yeah.
And then
I'd probably call someone.
What to come and? But if you're already like,
that's a good point. I like ring someone, like drop me a camera quick.
Yeah.
Is that what you would do? Yeah.
Like Adam, something happened with yours the other week, and I was like, if you just messed me, I would have just dropped mine to you.
Because you've got a tight network.
I thought mine was broken, but I accidentally knocked a button on it. It was fine. But if it had broken, I would have phoned you.
Yeah. I mean, if it it's good to have that.
Yeah, but the good thing is with an iPhone.
Backup. And when mine broke, I rang another photographer and I went and got a spare lens. Luckily, the ceremony and now I've got like.
And they say suppliers don't work
I had that
together.
lens
That's
fixed
a great example of people that actually do work together.
So then
and there are ways you can.
Keep 2 of the same lens in my thing now because I'm petrified.
Just
that never happening again.
and just like if you ever got sick before a wedding, you could call me, and I could, if I was free, I could take over, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So,
it's nice that.
In case you're ever wondering what happens when a photographer or videographer's sick,
or a DJ,
or you never get sick.
Oh, touch wood. That would again. But yeah, I've got someone that I would use.
Yeah.
Basically, who would
Yeah.
who's similar to what I do. So yeah, they
Yeah.
would get a like for like.
Calvin Harris.
Yeah, when he's available.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's probably less booked up than you are.
Oh, he's a boy, isn't he? He's always booked.
That was sarcastic. But yeah, so okay.
He's a fucking idiot.
So any other kind of curveballs that you've had at a wedding you've been to?
I've had one where the bride was so late that the registrar was threatening to leave,
Oh god, yeah.
and it was 40 minutes late. Is how long? And yeah, that was touch and go.
And was she actually getting ready at the venue as well?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh,
So
okay.
so she could blame traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had ones where things go wrong for the bride, but no one else notices. But then they get so worked up about it, and I'm like, no one's noticed that. Like, I wouldn't don't worry about it. But again, it's not really anything for us.
I've had
No.
a bride
Way.
and groom serve like a meat dish when they're both vegans.
Yeah.
That was classic. You can't write that. There was only like 7 vegans or vegetarians in the whole of the wedding out of like 120, and 2 of them were the bride and groom.
Yeah.
And,
Like
the,
when
and the
they're-
mum, so 3 are on the actual top table, and they served them a full shank of lamb. Imagine that.
Yeah, but also imagine
Their faces.
imagine being vegan and still serving the rest of your guests a shank of lamb. It's not
Yeah.
even a cheap meal, is it?
No,
That's-
it was pricey.
Yeah, I know.
It was a good a good meal, but yeah, like what do you say? The bride actually grabbed me and she said, "Look, could you just do me a favour and go and talk to the F&B manager?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll go and have a quick word."
F&B manager, food and beverage manager.
Beverage.
Beverage?
Beverage.
What have you put in there? Seriously, there's nothing. Amber didn't make us a drink for this
That's
episode.
there from the last episode.
She hasn't
You
even-
really
I literally had
been
cleared up
two-
for
the
a
worst
week.
2
host.
weeks.
2
2
weeks.
Seriously.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I've done no photo shoots and nothing.
Yeah, I had this wedding once where the groom, so obviously the groom's getting ready, putting his shirt on and stuff, and I think maybe a couple of days before he cut himself shaving, so he had like a little, I don't know, like a little scab on his neck or something. So when he was putting his shirt on, he knocked the scab, and then he started bleeding all over his shirt.
Oh.
Never a good look, but he had a spare shirt with him.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I don't think I've ever done a wedding where a groom has had 2 shirts.
No.
But
I had
this
one with three
you
shirts,
bled.
Really?
3 changes.
Yeah.
I had 3 changes.
Oh,
Ceremony, got rid of it.
God, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Then for wedding
Yeah, right.
breakfast, end of wedding breakfast, got rid of it, and then for the evening, because he says he
Yeah,
sweats.
fair play.
He
Fair
sweats.
play.
Yeah.
I've had it before where I was in groom prep, and there were like 10 groomsmen, and they all stood around a tiny little phone trying to figure out how the fuck to do bow ties, right? None of them figured it out even after watching, so they all jumped in cars, convoyed down to Mossbros, and then bought clip-on ones.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah, and then later on they took the clip-ons off and they just draped the other ones down over the net. I was like, yeah, you fucking got away with that, fair play. But it was
Yeah.
touch and go because they were like almost late.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fair play to them for that one. That was thinking fast.
Yeah. So what so in these scenarios, what would you do in each of these scenarios, okay? So imagine a couple have got a dog and it's bringing the rings down the aisle and then it just runs off. What would you do?
I've got even better story than that.
Well, it's not a story.
No, but
It's just a question.
I've got
But-
even better.
Oh,
I was standing
I want
there
you-
with the dog,
Actually,
waiting to give the rings, and the registrars forgot to do that part of the ceremony. So I'm at the end of the aisle with the dog,
For no reason.
literally looking like I'm like a dog walker. So I've waited the whole time. My hands are really sweaty anyway because I'm managing the music. I'm doing it all, but I've got this dog and I'm waiting for her. I'm like, yeah, she's gonna say it at
What
any
sort of
point.
dog was it?
It was not yours, one of them.
Oh, I was going to say, imagine you walking down with like...
If it was a golden or a golden retriever, they thought you were blind.
Literally, and they forgot to do that part. So it wasn't even the dog running off. The dog didn't even get the cue.
So they didn't do the rings
No.
at all?
And as they were about to,
didn't
as
do
they
the
got all
rings.
the guests to stand up, the other registrar whispered in her ear and went,
Literally,
And
she's
then-
like, what's that bald guy doing?
and then, yeah, and then
Why is there a
literally
bald guy stood there with a
straight
dog?
in. And then they did the rings.
How
And
did
then
they
I can let
get
the dog
the
go.
rings, though? Like, one
But
of the
yeah,
main
I had to get
parts?
that in because that's
No,
probably
I like
like
it.
one of my most iconic moments since I started in 2014.
I've
Was there a
One
videographer?
No,
Was there a photographer?
yes.
Do you have photos of it?
Which part?
of you stood at the end of the aisle like a donut.
I haven't got the photos, but she's probably got them. Yeah.
Find it. And
I had one where the
Straight
bridesmaid,
out.
well, the little flower girl literally had to drag the dog up the aisle and it wouldn't move. So it's like, that was, you know.
So
Okay.
sorry, we didn't answer your question.
Is anyone going to answer this question? It was just a hypothetical.
It was just a shit question,
It's a
mate.
shit question.
I'll leave
To
it
be
at that.
to be
Okay,
fair,
to be honest,
the
What
question.
would I do? I
Exactly.
would just
As
wait
it-
for them to catch the dog.
Yeah,
Or would you
it's
not
not-
run after it?
No, because
I can't run with
Would
all that
you-
equipment on me. What do you expect?
so. This is
Sound?
the thing, though, isn't it?
You're gonna trigger their sound limiter.
It's like everyone's got to know their position. Like as a videographer, I'm not leaving, right? I'm again, as I mentioned 2 weeks ago when we last did our filming, not like 10, 15 minutes
Mate,
ago.
watch your slam. Seriously, we have no studio left to carry on.
Yeah, I've forgotten that.
Okay, all right. So
it was that good.
that question.
As good as that question.
Yeah.
That must have been that guy from Sheffield again.
Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Jack.
Every
Go on,
episode,
Jack.
he's gonna,
That's his one.
Jack,
Sorry, Jack.
Jack, if you're watching this, please keep the questions. One day we will get a good one.
I just think I love dogs at weddings. I just find it funny.
Oh no, definitely be funny.
Yeah,
definitely be funny.
I'll just let it run around and round and
Okay.
then wait for someone to catch it.
Usually the best man will go and get the dog at that
Yeah.
point and then rip rings
It's
off
not
its
really
neck.
one
and
for us, is it, to do
Yeah.
anything with?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not something for us. But I just thought it'd be quite entertaining to find out what you would potentially do because we wouldn't obviously run down the aisle. We would
No.
just stand there. But you might be. Would you be a bit more helpful than us?
Probably
would.
wouldn't have even started.
I would if
Well,
if the
you'd
dog
still be in bed at that point.
if the dog you guys would just arrive by then probably. So yeah, I would probably just have if the best man's instructed to be on call, then that's his job to go and chase the dog and get the rings because
Yeah.
I'm not the one giving the rings at that point.
Yeah.
That's his job.
I
Yeah.
could still just imagine you running around chasing a dog though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like in slow motion, you know, the
Yeah.
Baywatch theme tune.
I've had it where dogs haven't gone down and they've left them, so the dog walker's turned up and literally let them go, and they've just sat there like a lemon, like just waiting basically like this. And I'm thinking, are you gonna like usher the dog down at this point? You're a dog chaperone. You are gonna do that, aren't you? Because that's the thing now, dog chaperones.
I don't know if I've had a dog that just came down
Naturally.
Yeah, and just like pat it down, gave the rings. I
Yeah.
just don't.
I've had a few,
Yeah,
I
but
know.
yeah, probably out of 10, you get 5 that work, and the other 5 they just don't play ball.
Yeah.
have you ever had a best man that's lost the rings?
No.
No.
Okay, send that one then.
You've had
Shit
one.
question
We've
number
had
3, please.
one where they forgot the rings.
Well, yeah, but that
And
was.
then they
I
had to
know.
like, stop the ceremony and then go back to the hotel room and go get them.
That's. Is that really what happened?
Yeah.
Is it?
They're not a married
Was it that
couple,
dramatic?
aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you need a minute?
Yeah.
Everybody stopped the ceremony.
Yeah.
Mate, should we go for a coffee?
No,
Are you
honestly.
two alright there? Whose idea was it for you to sit next to? I knew you sat over here for a reason, Amber.
No.
No, they stopped
Brother
it.
and sister.
So I remember. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
It was a while ago, wasn't it? So I remember.
U-turn.
So the best man forgot the rings.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, she said
because
that.
the groom-
Seriously.
So
Can you
the
just
groom-
answer the question, mate?
Both.
Move on.
Seriously. Yeah.
In
Move
my,
on.
in my mind.
Move on. Shit question number 4.
Seriously.
Okay.
I can't bother to remind
No,
you.
it's great.
Okay. What about so like speeches? Okay, speeches. You know, love them or hate them. We've obviously seen a lot in our time, haven't we? So I had a wedding once where the speeches they seriously went on for like hour and a half, and it started off and it was the groom, like the usual, father, groom, best man. Then it was the brother. Then it was the other brother. Then it was the nan.
Oh,
And
well,
I was like, sorry, how many other people are going to do this?
You
Like,
I just
Not
go
a
with
fan
it.
of that, no?
well,
I had a wedding.
Right.
And it was 12 guests, right? And I was told there was going to be one speech, and it ended up being 12 speeches.
yeah.
They basically
They all
I
did one
only
each.
mic'd up one person, so I had to jump in and stop. I was like, whoa, 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 and I basically had to create them a little mic, like anyone that wants to talk, pass this around,
Really?
and they had to do it. And then there was a saxophonist there, Claire. I think it was Claire.
Mm.
Claire Sax. Claire Sax.
Whoop, whoop.
Shower.
Claire.
Oh,
Shout out.
shower
Shout
Claire
out.
Shower.
Shout out Claire Sachs
There
live.
it is.
She had her like little speaker thing for her sax, and I ended up tapping into that and then passing the mic around and amplifying it through.
See, great thinking. That's why you are professional at what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Curveball
But
averted.
just to clarify, I enjoyed the speeches that went on for an hour and a half. It was actually like watching a stand-up comedy show because they were hilarious. Okay. And the funniest bit was when I had to change my camera battery halfway through because it was literally dead. And I went around the back to get my new battery, and all the waiting staff were just sat on the floor outside the kitchen waiting to bring the food out because it was before dinner. So everyone was sat there like starving, watching this comedy hour and a half, you know, and all the staff were just sat there like waiting to bring the food out because no one knew it was going to take an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So it was entertaining.
So there we go. Limit your speeches.
Yeah, try
3 to 4 minutes is perfect for each person speaking. No more than 3 and 4. And whatever you do not do them after every course.
No.
Oh God!
That is like that.
Thank you.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
the only time that we get during the day to kind of have a little bit of a rest, but also it means that your guests
When
can't
they
actually
stagger
fully
them.
enjoy.
Oh.
Yeah, stagger. Yeah.
I've
Let's
had
not
2
do
couples that have asked me to do it, and I've like on the call just said to them, please, just not only for the break for you guys, for us, for the fact that your guests will go out after each course and they get fresh air. The team are trying to serve like a la carte food.
Yeah.
It's just a mismatch. So whoever's told you to do that, this doesn't work.
Okay, so now we're going to get some questions from our wonderful listeners. Okay, so let's have a look in my special envelope of wonder. Right, we'll do one each. Okay, let's not drag it out too long. Okay.
Thank you, Adam. This is from Dan. I hate being in front of the camera. Any tips from the pros on how to look natural in our wedding photos?
Is Dan the groom?
Dan, I presume
Well,
Dan is the groom.
I assume he's not the florist.
What? It's not specified
But, okay.
on his question, is it?
So for me, I actually pride myself on not being a cringy portrait kind of posy videographer. So I think it's not anything that you should do. It's not your job to kind of be good in front of the camera. That's our job. We need to make you feel comfortable. And something I like to do is bring music, create situations instead of like actually forcing you into a position that you're uncomfortable being in. Like pegging.
Fucking brilliant.
Pegging's
Straight away back round.
It's more about, like, for me, it's about creating situations that can play out naturally. And that's usually something that couples find a lot more. Did I miss something?
Why is he cracking up?
What's going on?
Oh my god!
I've never heard a laugh like that before.
Fucking crying. He's fucking saying that. This is you go.
I'm pretty fucking
It was like he was saying the most fucking funny thing. You were like, you're holding it in like you're at school like that, and I was looking at you, I was thinking, he's not saying anything that fucking funny. And then literally,
Oh my god.
oh fuck off.
I've never
Do you not see him?
seen laugh.
Do you not see him?
I was talking to Dan.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Dan. Sorry.
Dan.
Sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't even a funny question.
What even was the
Go on,
question?
mate.
How to feel
Oh, yes, I'm more
Sorry.
like,
fucking
I will gently guide, but I would say just be
Fuck
natural.
off.
Oh, yeah, they'll still train.
What would you say?
It was when you said like you're really natural and you got a massive speaker in the middle of a forest, and then I looked round and you were like doing a couple shot with all, and they're like pumping out music.
But last time it was
It did work. Yeah, for the
work.
video, it's amazing.
Fireball by Pitbull.
Straight in.
It was genius.
No, it did.
Yeah.
I was at New Place and suddenly like.
I saw you
literally-
put that on your TikTok, claiming credit for it.
Did I tell you?
No, you did afterwards. After I liked it, passive aggressive move.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I put it as your theme song.
You did actually.
Yeah,
that
cheers.
helps.
I had Uptown Funk. Great choice.
Oh God! Right,
Moving on.
I've got a question. This is Holly from Leeds. They all seem to be up
Dan
north.
didn't say where he's from.
So I've got 12 bridesmaids. Is that too many for photos?
Yes.
Or just extra fun?
I think
I've
it's
had-
more about how long it's going to take you to get fucking ready in the morning. Make sure you got enough makeup artists. Make sure you got enough hairstylists.
Yeah.
Back to you. Back to you in the
Thank you.
studio.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think
Thank
for general photos and things, I don't think it's too many. But yeah, for them, it might be a bit too many to handle
Yeah.
already, etc.
Yeah. To be honest,
That's expensive.
I think there's no limit on the amount of bridesmaids you can have or should have. I think the more the merrier. Like, you can make some really wicked shots when you've got loads of bridesmaids, but try and get the same amount of groomsmen as well.
I was going to say.
Because there's nothing
Equilibrium.
worse than when you've got 6 bridesmaids and 2 groomsmen.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm trying to do the group photos, I'm like, oh, I really want it to be even. But, it's not. And it kind of messes with my OCD a little bit. So, yeah, if you could try and match that, that'd be great.
Round it up.
Just for my own selfish
Yeah,
purposes.
because it is his wedding, not yours.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, exactly.
I think you can create some really fun photos as well when there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of groomsmen.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Going back to Dan's point, if you're
yeah.
struggling, then sometimes what's nice is to get the groomsmen and the bridesmaids in
Yeah.
and have it more of a party kind of thing,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can get some good stuff that way as well.
exactly.
100%.
All right, question for you.
Leon and Sarah, our venue has strict sound limits after 10 p.m. What's the best way to keep the party going without breaking the rules?
Wow.
Dean, over to you.
Yeah,
I'm gone by then.
Yeah.
Literally, take it back to a hotel or wherever you're staying. Just take the videographer's speaker and literally go and have a party there. Yeah, the quicker you get off site, you want your deposit back. So, yeah, I would say just get out as quick as you can, because I think once you played the last song, that is it. The vibe is done at that point.
Yeah.
Some
There's not much
venues,
you can do, is there?
No. Venues want you to go. So that's the point.
Right, last question.
So, Mark the celebrant, do you prefer when couples do a first look before the ceremony, or does it mess with the emotional flow? Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I don't really get that very often. I've had it a few times, but I don't get it a lot.
times this year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. So I've had it where they do the first look and then they'll do their personal vows as well. I've had that 3 times this year.
Right.
And that, it's nice because quite often they'll do the personal vows, the first look, but then they'll also do the personal vows again during the ceremony.
Yeah.
So from a video perspective, I can kind of break it up and I can start the personal vows private, and then they finish in the ceremony. So I quite like changing the backdrop again as well.
Yeah.
So I do like it, but I do feel like
Do you feel
It's
like they're
nothing
more
like-
emotive doing it that way?
I feel like the pressure of having everyone else watching
Mm.
the groom as he sees his bride for the first time, it kind of not emphasizes, but like kind of amplifies the emotion. And
Yeah.
I think it's
I feel like it's more emotional when they're
yeah,
down the aisle.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so.
I mean, I've
But
done
I
a couple.
do like it the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I prefer it. Yeah,
I
on the
see
aisle.
this thing now where they do like we do like a first look with your dad, where they do a first look with like the mum and son,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and I quite like that because if you think about it, like
I've
your
had that.
son's getting married,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but you don't get it often.
No,
enough.
that's true. Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea.
I've had a mum
Yeah,
and
because
son
you always
one.
have like first look bride and their dad, but you never get like mum and son. And I don't know, I just think that's something quite nice about that.
Yeah, I've done a couple of twilight weddings. So because the ceremony wasn't until 5 o'clock, I ended up meeting up with the bride and groom at about say 3:30. So we did all their couple portraits before the ceremony,
Mhm.
and it was quite nice because because none of the guests were there.
Yeah,
We had like loads of time.
Yeah.
We didn't have to rush,
yeah.
and we did the first look as well. Sorry, at the same time. So yeah, it kind of took the pressure off a bit.
I think for people that are really nervous, it's a good way to kind of actually enjoy the day a bit more, because
Yeah.
sometimes especially for grooms, because typically grooms have a lot of things to be nervous about, right?
Yeah.
They got obviously their first look, they've got a lot of pressure to break down and cry.
Mhm.
They've also got to do their speeches, and then it's to take that bit out and have that privately must help you. I can imagine it being quite daunting.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been there,
100%.
but like, I don't really remember much of it. Cutting that out.
Cut it all out.
Thanks,
That's
Mark.
not staying.
So that was episode 2. I hope you enjoyed that. So next week we're going to be talking about guests, the good, the great, and the ones that accidentally stand in front of your camera. So yeah, look forward to that. Thanks very much. I'll be back.